Hi everyone, my name is Hải Băng. I'm in GM5 at Beyond Education. Today I want to talk to you about the mysterious death of Iceman, now known as Aussies. Hive in the frozen silence of the ozone staff of a man collapsed more than 5,000 years ago, and the ice kept his secret. In 1889, hiker accidentally uncovered his naturally preserved body, introducing the world to Aussies, now famously known as the Iceman. His discovery shocked archaeologists and scientists alike. Who was he? Why did he die alone in the mountain? Was it a tragic accident in harsh weather, or was he the victim of violence with an arrowhead lodged in his shoulder and wound across his body? Aussie's death remains one of the history's most fascinating and unsolved mysteries. In 1889, high in the mountain of Europe, hikers made a shocking discovery: a dead man partly frozen in the ice. The boldest investigation soon became a scientific one. Carbon dating indicated the man that he died over 5,300 years ago. Today, he is known as the Iceman, or nickname is Aussies, for the Aussies of where he was found. Kept in the perfect condition by the eye, he is the oldest completed human body found on the earth. Scientists believe that Aussies was an important person in his village. Examination of his death and skin tell us that he was in mid-40s when he died. The thing he carried also tell us about who he was. His knife was made of stone, but he carried a copper axe. This was a valuable tool in Aussie times, and suggested that he may have been a local leader. A first starting case was discovered with him, so we know that he could make fire. And the food he ate and carried enabled scientists to know exactly where in Italy he lived, a village down in the valley. But why did Aussies die in such a high and icy day? Some say that he was a lost farmer or shepherd. Others thought he was killed in a religious ceremony. No one knows for sure. Over the years, tiny scientists' discovery had led to great change in our understanding of Aussie's story. Once, the story was that he fled up there and walked around in the snow and probably died of exposure, said Santa Claus origin. Now it is ocean is more like a crime sense. In fact, the new scientific information indicated Aussies were cruelly murdered. In June 2001, an X-ray of the body showed a small dark shaft beneath Aussie's left shoulder. It was the stone head of an arrow that had hit him from behind. CT scans showed that this caused an injury that killed him very quickly. Then in 2003, an Australian scientist discovered the blood of 4 other people on Aussie's clothes. were Ozzy's killed in the fight? It isn't likely, as Ozzy's other injury on his hand and his head had already started to close. This means that there probably was a fight, but it happened much earlier. Perhaps Ozzy was being chased when he died. In 2010, scientists took the mummy out of the cove and examined him again. They discovered that just before his death, he had a big meal of bread and goat meat. In 2018, further analysis of his stomach showed that Ozzy had also eaten deer meat. Would someone being chased stop to eat a large meal? The scientists don't think so. More likely, he was attacked when resting. He may have thought that he has escaped and was safe. Today, the research continues, provide some of the ideas at first while opening the door to others. Ozzy has more to tell us about his life and the time in which he lived. Although modern technology has revealed that Ozzy was likely shot from behind and may have bled to death, the full story of his final moment is still in conflict. What conflict left to the attack? Was his fleeing from the enemy or caught in a struggle for survival? Even after thousands of years, the ice have not given away every answer. Yet beyond the mystery itself, Ozzy's preserved body has become a priceless source of knowledge about prehistoric life, health, and human conflict. His silent death in snow continues to speak, remind us that the past is never truly frozen, and history has a secret waiting to be uncovered. That is the end of my speaking. Thanks for your listening. Goodbye.